Welcome everybody. It's good to have everyone here today. I'm LeAnn, and we are coming together in the month of June. I just kind of introduced to the group that's here present with me that we are looking at being the 3 S's for summer. So we are looking at being summer smart, summer sensitive, summer strong. So we really want to tap into those qualities while we're on the mat together. The class has asked that we look at hips as well as all of this stuff, right? And I shared with the class that a lot of times when we have heightened emotion, which a lot of us have had to deal with, right, over the last several weeks, months now, and then of course there's even heightened emotion during this current time, that the stomach does respond to that because we do have so many nerve endings there. So it is like your second brain. So it's important to tune the dial and really notice what you bring to any class, what you bring to this time on the mat. So we're all going to come to all fours as we begin to move. And I just want you to kind of organically move, right? Because part of being smart is just dropping into the present moment. So feel the weight in your hands, feel the weight in your shins. You can curl the toes under, you can point the toes away, you can knead from side to side. Sometimes it's nice just to move from hand to hand and really spread the fingers out, spread the toes out, sway the hips, maybe steady the arms, steady the legs, allow the head to drop toward the heart. Allow the gaze to look up beyond you and drop back in. And then take the gaze up. And then maybe one more time like that, dropping the head toward the heart. And then taking the gaze outward from that point. And then bring the head in neutral, so you're looking down between the hands. And now I want you to just spread out through the fingers and spin the eyes of the elbows, the crease of the elbows. Right one to the right, left one to the left, and you're going to feel some engagement of the back part, right? You're going to connect in to the shoulder blades. And then I want you just to take your gaze from side to side, like you're looking over your shoulder. Because you really are. Right now we're just moving the head, not the hips. See how steady you can keep your torso. So even in the physical body, when we have dis-ease, right? When we feel a place that's uncomfortable, we can move around it. We can be sensitive to it. We can be strong in it. And then bring your head back to neutral, and now shift your hips to the left and look to the right. So you're creating a C curve on the right side. And then take the gaze to center, and then shift the hips to the right, turn to the left. So now you're taking a little more purdy, right? You're taking in what is present as you move side to side. Becoming a little more sensitive to the spine, sensitive to the hips. And then bring yourself back to neutral. We're going to move front to back now. So really come to the tops of the feet, spread out through the toes, take the gaze up, deep inhale. Good. As you exhale, curl the toes under, sit the hips back, press the mat away. So inhale forward toward hands. You can even take a soft elbow as you take the gaze up. And then as you exhale, curl the toes under, sit the hips back. Begin to expand the breath, inhaling as you shift forward. Take your time. Draw the low belly in and up. Exhale, sit back. Do at least 2 or 3 more of those. Continue moving with your own breath. And last one, take it forward, take it back and pause, bowing in, press the mat away with the arms. You maybe even want to take the gaze toward the hands for a moment, really spread the fingers out, sit the hips back, bowing the head toward the heart. Maybe you want to gently lift the hips a little side to side. Notice how deep you may or may not be able to get in your low back space. Notice how easy the hips may release toward the heels, or do you have a lot of space between the back of the hips and the heels? Just be aware of that. Be sensitive to it. And now we're going to move around the heart center so that we can be sensitive to what's present in the heart. Shift your weight forward, coming to all fours. Let's bring the left hand right beneath the face, eye the elbow spinning forward. Reach the right arm out to the right. Your palm is facing down. Bow the head in and then bend at the elbow. So your elbow's bent. It's like a half goalpost, right? So now on the inhale, open up, really look up. Good. Then as you exhale, scoop underneath yourself. Move around your heart space. So on the inhale, really squeeze the elbow back. And as you exhale, give yourself a hug. Good. One more time. Inhale, open up. As you exhale, scoop underneath yourself. Reach that right arm toward the left side of your mat. Lower down. Come up on your left fingertips. You can even lift your left elbow. And then you can turn to your mat as you inhale. As you exhale, press down into your right arm. Rotate open to the left and really squeeze that left elbow back. Inhale, you can soften, turn toward the mat. As you exhale, you can engage and really access the rotation. And maybe one more time, soften, looking toward the mat. And then one more time, looking toward the left. Press through that right arm and even feel as though you're tractioning your right arm back to the right. Create some space there between the shoulder blade and the spine. Take one more deep inhale. As you exhale, press into the left hand. Release your right arm. And just move the hips again for a moment. Allow the head to move. Soften. So we moved a little into that active, more strong phase, and now we're sensitive to what we found. Go ahead and take the hips toward the heels again and pause. Look at the hands, maybe spread the fingers out, spin the eyes of the elbows up as you bow the head in, connecting into your heart space so that we move from a place of sensitivity. We move from a place of awareness. We move from a place of kindness. And then on your next inhale, shift your weight forward again, coming to all fours. Let's get ready to do our second side. We can bring the right hand beneath the face, spread the fingers out. You can take the left arm out to the left. Your palm is facing down. You're going to bend at the elbow. Bend at the elbow. Look out at your elbow. We don't want it way up here. It's the height of your shoulder. Good. Now, pressing into your right arm, really engage the mat. Rotate, open to the left. Inhale. Good. As you exhale, scoop underneath yourself. Give yourself that hug. Inhale, open. Notice how the elbow is bent. Exhale. Now you can straighten and reach the arm to the right. Good. One more time. Open. Now you're going to lower down to the outer left shoulder. You're going to come up on your right fingertips and maybe walk the right fingertips toward the front of your mat. You're going to turn toward your mat. Take a deep inhale. Open up the palm of your left hand. Press into the left arm and rotate open a little more. Draw that right elbow back. So inhale, soften. Your right fingertips are staying on the mat the entire time. You're just engaging the elbow, drawing it back as you press into your left arm. Good. And then one more time, deep inhale. One more time, exhale, pause, and receive. Even traction that left arm back to the left. Create some space there now between the left shoulder blade and the spine. Breathe across the sternum. Take one more deep inhale. As you exhale, press into your right hand, and now release your left arm. Good. Sway a little bit. Notice the effect that had. Breathe into that effect. Receive it. Now, with the fingers spread out, we're going to do a little more active cat-cow. So come to the tops of the feet. Go ahead and take the gaze up. Inhale. As you exhale, curl the toes under, round in, really press the mat away now. Then on the inhale, come to the tops of the feet, take the gaze up. And as you exhale, curl the toes under, really press the mat away. And then one more time, press into the tops of the feet, take the gaze up. Inhale. And then as you exhale, curl the toes under, round in. You're looking at the tops of your own knees. Spread out through the toes and now float the knees up. Floating quadruped. Now take the gaze slightly forward and soften the elbows and float on your effort, float on your strength. Good. Your knees are lifted. if this is tough for the wrist, yes, you can do a soft fist. You're gonna have that significant port of your knuckles down, the thumbs are gonna be facing forward, and the elbows can be soft. So just know that you have that option. Good, so now, those of us who are on the palms, and even if you're on your soft fist, I want you to walk the fist forward. Notice that's gonna challenge your strength in your shoulders a little more. If you're on the palm of the hands, the wrists are forward of the shoulders. And now we're gonna press forward, soft elbows, take the gaze up, inhale. And then as you exhale, knees are floating, press the hips back. Inhale forward, elbows soft. It's like a floating up dog. Exhale, knees are floating, press back. One more time, take it forward. One more time, take it back and pause. The knees are still floating. The inner thighs are engaged. You're pressing your mat away. Breathe here. Now really try to sink your heels to the back of the mat. Take your gaze toward the front of the mat. And now press your way forward. Your hands are still forward of the shoulders, so it's a little more challenging plank. Don't let your hips sag. Float the hips up. Reach the heels back. If you want to challenge your strength a little more, you can walk the hands even further forward. One of you's like, not today. I can tell by her expression. She's like, I'm glad you do that. All right, so we walk the hands back underneath the shoulders. Float the hips up and back. Your first Adho Mukha Svanasana. Downward facing dog. I know you're glad to be there. Come up on your tippy toes. Drop your heels in, turn your toes out. So heels in, toes out, and now gently sway. Just sway the hips side to side. So notice as you sway to the left, your left heel will lift. As you sway to the right heel will lift. Then you're getting into the hips a little differently. Good, and then steady yourself, center, try to reach the heels down, spread the toes out, and then come up on your tippy toes, drop your heels back and down for a traditional down dog. Take an expansive inhale. Now as you exhale, walk the hands to the back of the mat. The hands walk to the feet. You bend your knees, lower the hips. We're gonna release your wrist. One of you is really happy about that. So rock back to your right heel. Slide the palm of the hand underneath the sole of the foot. Then do the same on the left side if you can, or you can do one at a time. Now gently sway side to side. Releasing the wrists. Allow the head to relax. And then everyone steady yourself for a moment. Hands are still under feet. Lower the hips down. And then soften the shoulders away from the ears. And feel like you're reaching the top of the head toward the front of the mat, the hips toward the back of the mat. Pause and receive that stretch. Notice if you want to draw your hands back a little, like they're hooking into the tops of the knees, you're going to get a little more stretch for your calf. It's an active stretch. Take one more deep inhale. As you exhale, float the hips back up again, lower the head back down. Go ahead and release your right hand, bring it to your waist. Go ahead and release your left hand. Knees are soft. Spread out the toes and now press the mat away. Grow tall. Come all the way up. You made it. Shake it out for a moment. Walk from side to side. Shake out the wrist. Allow the head to sway. Good. So walking from foot to foot. Allowing things to flow as we move, right? Being sensitive to what is present. We're going to take a balanced walk to the front of the mat. So shift towards your left foot. Go ahead and lift your right knee up. So you can pause for a moment. You can circle that ankle. You can take it the other direction. You can just sway the foot back and forth. Don't worry if you get off balance, right? And then steady yourself. Spread the toes out. Heel toe that foot forward. Shift and lift. Now your left knee lifts. You can circle. Good. And then reverse it if you haven't. You may want to gently list the leg. Just notice, be sensitive to what's happening in the knee. What's happening in your balance today, right? And then spread the toes out. Heel toe that foot forward. Step the right foot up to meet it. Find Tadasana at the front of your mat. So remember, all 10 toes pointing straight ahead. comfortable distance apart, lift the toes up, spread the toes out. Good, see if you can reach just your big toes down. Now with the big toe down, try to press the outer heels apart. The other 4 toes should still be up. Good, and then spread the other toes out and down. Good, soften in the knees, relax. Notice as soon as you start to sway, the next shoulder space relaxes a little bit. Expand the breath into the belly. Notice if you're holding it too tight, right? Sometimes we don't expand into the belly space enough. Good, and then steady yourself. Reach the arms down actively. Press the ground away. Good, take a deep inhale here. As we exhale, rotate the palms. Open up to the possibility of the day. Open up to the possibility of your breath. On the inhale, take the arms up, take the gaze up. Good, overreach, like you're trying to reach your ring fingers up toward the ceiling. Then take your gaze straight ahead, turn your palms forward, settle your shoulders back down. Good, take an expansive inhale here. As you exhale, elbows apart, look up. Good, inhale, arms up, gaze forward. Exhale, elbows apart, look up. Good, inhale, arms up, gaze forward. Exhale, elbows apart, look up, pause, keep the elbows where they are, take the gaze to neutral. Good, feel like you're squeezing something between the shoulder blades. Feel like you're pressing the hands into an imaginary wall. Take an expansive inhale, and as you exhale, press left, look right. Inhale, come through center. Press into that imaginary wall, right hand as you look left. Good, then inhale, come through center. As you exhale, release the hands down, center, gently clasp behind you. As you clasp, keep your elbows soft, draw your shoulder blades together. Sink your hands down, lift your sternum up, breathe into your heart space. Breathe into that empathetic seat. Receive it. Receive your intention here. Take an expansive inhale. As you exhale, soft knees, hinge at the hips, forward fold. Take the arms up and over, and now sway again. Maybe you can bring the palms all the way together. Maybe you want to bend from knee to knee as you sway the hips. Maybe you want to move the shoulders a little more side to side. And then steady yourself. Sit the hips back, bring the hands to the small of the back. Gaze is down, hips are back. Lift the front of the shoulders up. Good. Now see if you can lift the hands off the small of the back. Take one more deep inhale here. As you exhale, press through the feet, float the hips up, lift the arms up one more time. And now release the hands with this sense of purpose down to the ground. And then on the inhale, I want you to float more than halfway up. So we're working our legs, we're working our hips, pressing the mat away, float up, inhale. Good, as you exhale, lower down, bring the palms to the mat, step your right foot back, take your left foot back to the hip, flip your hips up and back. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Good, inhale, forward plank, pause for a moment. Notice you should be able to shift forward into plank. If you had to rearrange, you might have been too long or too short in your down dog. So now our shoulders should be stacked over our wrists, or our wrists are slightly forward still. Low belly floats up, sink back through the hips, bow the head in, take a deep inhale, and as you exhale, float your hips up and back again. Good. Inhale, forward plank. This time as you exhale, lower all the way down to the mat. Go ahead and take the fingertips out. You're going to be on your fingertips. So we're in this position on our fingertips. And what I want you to do is pivot around your thumb. So lift all 4 fingers up, spin the fingers back, and now drop the shoulder blades into the back. Press into the tops of the feet, bow your head in, take an expansive inhale. As you exhale, lift up, turn to the right. Inhale, lower down. As you exhale, lift up, turn to the left. Inhale, lower down, bow the head into center, lift the low belly up, knit the low rib cage, and now on the inhale, lift up center. Bow the head to the heart. See if you can lift your rib cage up a little further. Notice how your glutes engage. So the glutes are very important to how the hip functions. Glute max is typically weak for a lot of us. Our hip flexor usually is tight. We'll get into that in a moment. Good, take one more deep inhale. As you exhale, lower down. Bring the hands right underneath the chest. Take a neutral cobra. little more gentle back bend, and then hips to heel. Extended child's pose. You can rock a little side to side. Notice what's going on in the low back space. Breathe and receive. And then spread out through the fingers, spread out through the toes. On the inhale, let's round our way forward, all fours. Curl the toes under, float your hips up and back again. Downward facing dog. You're looking at the back of the mat. I want you to step your left foot closer to your right, closer. I want you to come up on the tippy toes of your left foot, and I want you to float your right foot away from the mat. It's barely lifted. Your right foot should be right behind your left foot. Now, turn your right leg in to look at your left leg. Now, an internal rotation of your right leg. Float the leg up as you lower your left heel down so you can say hello to your left hamstring. So right leg is internally rotated and the knee is straight. Left heel is lowering down. Good. Now, lower your right leg toward the mat. Rotate that knee out. Turn the knee out. Lift the leg even higher. Now, bend at the knee. Good. Really press that foot to the left and take your gaze towards your right foot. Can you see your right foot? Good. Inhale. Re-extend the leg. As you exhale, shift forward. Bring that right knee with you. It's right behind your right arm. Challenging your hip strength too. See if you can kick it out to the left. Keep it floating, and now bring the pinky toe side of the foot to the ground. Good. Now lift your right side up. Reach your left arm forward, thumb up. Spin the eye of the right elbow toward the front of the mat, and now turn toward your right foot. Turn toward your right foot. It's out in front of you. Breathe. Take a deep inhale here. As you exhale, bring your left hand back down. Take your left heel straight back. You're on the pinky toe side of the right foot. See if you can drag it across toward the center of the mat. Ooh, say hello to your IT band. Now bend your right knee. Now lower the knee down for pigeon. Ah, there we go. And now move a little. Move a little. Notice if you're wincing. That is not a good sign. So I saw a little wincing. We don't want that. So notice where my knee is. I don't have my knee right in front of me. You need to shift your knee out to the right. Okay? The sole of the foot looks to the left. Notice too, if you shift all your weight toward your right hip, see if you can actually shift toward your left leg. Good. Now press into the top of the left foot. Engage that left leg. Press that right thigh bone into the ground. It's external rotation for your right leg. Stay centered first. Find center. Lift the low belly up into center. And now see if you can take your hands out of it. Hands out of it. Activate your legs. Ah, now with a sense of ease, can you float down? Maybe you can bring your head all the way down. Maybe you need to bring your hands forward again. And now just move a little. Maybe you want to rock from temple to temple. Maybe you want to walk the hands forward and walk around center. So you can move from side to side. Notice if you extend the arms out in front of you and you move side to side, you're going to feel different things in your right hip. Lucky you, right? You're saying hello to your right hip. We're sensitive to what is present. Now let's walk the hands in. Good. Let's curl the toes under the left foot. Soft elbows. Notice if you're locking your arms out and shrugging. Soft elbows, engage your shoulder blades. Lift your heart. Now lift up. Now step your right foot back. Now walk it out. Maybe you need to walk from hand to hand, foot to foot. Maybe you need to be in child's pose. Notice, be sensitive to what you need. Make sure you breathe. On our next inhale, shift your weight forward into plank. Exhale, float your hips up and back. Good. Inhale, forward plank. Exhale, hips up and back. Inhale, forward plank. Pause. Soft elbows, soft knees. Lift your low belly up, bow your head in. So this is that engagement of the low belly space. Now, really sink your heels toward the back of the mat. Really traction your heart toward the front of the mat. Without locking out the arms, feel like you're floating on your strength. floating on your effort. Take one more deep inhale, and then as you exhale, lower down. Come to the tops of the feet. Take the arms out as wings. Remember, you're on your fingertips. So we're on our fingertips. We're going to pivot on the thumb and spin the fingers back. We're going to engage the shoulders. We're going to bow the head in. Spread out through the top of the feet. Take a deep inhale. As you exhale, lift up, turn left first this time. Inhale, lower down. As you exhale, lift up, turn to the right. Good. Inhale, lower down. As you exhale, soften the shoulders away from the ears. Zip up from the base of the spine and lift up from the effort of the back line. Your glutes are active. Bow your head in, lift your rib cage up a little more. Notice how your glutes are firm. Elbows are soft, not straight, they're soft. Good, lower back down. Bring the hands right underneath the chest and slide the hands back slightly so you create space between your ear and the top of the shoulder. Lift up, gentle cobra. Bow your chin in, hips to heel. Extended child's pose, gently sway. Getting ready for your second side. You get to do it all again. So be smart in how you approach your second side. It will be different than the first side. On the inhale, round your way forward, all fours. Curl the toes under, float your hips up and back again. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. You're looking at your feet. You're just stepping your right foot closer to your left, not forward, but closer. Good. You're going to come up on the tippy toes of your right foot. You're barely floating your left foot away from the ground. Just barely float it. And now internally rotate. Turn the knee in. Now an internal rotation, knee straight. Float your left leg up as you lower your right heel down so you say hello to your right heel straight. Good. Inhale, lower your left leg down. The leg is straight. Now turn the knee out. Now lift the leg even higher. Now bend at the knee. The sole of the foot is looking to the right. You're going to take your gaze toward your foot. It's either going to be over your right shoulder, underneath your right side. And then on the inhale, you're going to re-extend. As you exhale, you're going to float forward. You're going to bring the left knee with you. It comes behind the left arm. Good. And then you're going to reach it out to the right. See if you can float it for a moment. That's very challenging. And then lower the pinky toe side of the foot. Good. Now, float your right arm up, thumb up, and press the ground away through your left arm. And now rotate it. So it's like a side plank, a little bit of a twisted side plank. Also gets into your side waist, which is part of that viscera. Take one more deep inhale. As you exhale, bring your right hand back down, take your right heel straight back, and see now you can traction the pinky toe side of your left foot toward the left. You're dragging the foot. Then you're going to soften the knee, and you're going to land the knee out to the left as you lower down. Shake out the wrist if you need to. Use your hands to help reposition you. So if your knee has tracked too far to the right, pick it up, try to move it. Good, and now shift some weight to the right and press into the top of your right foot. Now, float your hands up. Can you press your left thigh bone down? Good, can you draw the low belly in and up? If the fingertips have to stay down, keep them down. If you want to take the arms back, maybe turn the palms forward, squeeze behind the back part, and slowly, slowly lower. Out and down. Some of you will be able to bring the head all the way down before the hands come down. Don't worry though if you need your hands. Because we're all going to use the arms now. Walk the hands forward. Remember, this is where we move side to side. So notice as you move to the right with both arms, and you're sitting back to your left hip, you're going to feel something different. Now, for those of you at home, if you have a block, for anyone here, and you need that block, be sure to honor your hip by placing it under that left hip. You can also bend your back knee if you need to. Some people find that much more comfortable. Steady yourself, receive center for a moment. You've moved around it, breathe into it. Bowing your head towards your heart, being tender with yourself. Take an expansive inhale, really breathe into the back hard. As you exhale, float the head up, walk the hands back. Good, curl the toes under, the right foot, soft elbows. Notice if you're shrugging up and locking out your arms, soft elbows. Bow the head in, lift the low belly up, and now press the ground away. See if you can take the inner left thigh up, and then step the left foot back, flip the hips up and back, walk it out. Breathe. Breathe and receive. Good. Stepping the left foot closer to the right again. This time just float the right leg up, rotate the hip open if you would like, bend the knee if you would like, or maybe you just want to keep the legs straight. As you sink your left heel down toward the mat. Then see if you can realign the hips. That means you're wrapping the right hip around, you're sitting the heel back, you're taking your chest toward your left shin, then take the gaze toward the hands, take a deep inhale. As you exhale, float the right knee behind the right arm, float it up to center, and then see if you can land that right foot forward. Make sure the right foot's out to the right. Go ahead and soft bend the left knee, shake out the wrist, and see if you can move from your front foot to your back foot. Notice if you need to step your back foot forward a little. Make sure you're just moving, allow the neck to relax. We're about to take Warrior 2. So steady yourself center first. Take the arms up overhead. Press that left hip forward. Good, turn the palms forward. Take the arms back and keep your spine neutral. So we're not trying to create a huge back bend. We're trying to be upright with the arms back. Now reach the right arm forward, left arm back. Drop your left heel back and down. Bend your left knee though. Relax the arms and move from bent knee to bent knee. This is a good time too for you to check that back foot. Look at what's happening with the back heel. The back heel should be further back toward the back of your mat. Toes turn more forward. If you try to line your big toe and your inner heel, you are twisting your knee. Okay? So make sure you're dropping your heel back, your toes more forward. Good, and then steady yourself between those 2 points, knees bent. It's more challenging than we think, right, with knees bent. Reach the arms out. Good, turn the palms up. Good, now activate the back leg. You're beginning to straighten it as you bend your front knee a little deeper. Good. On the inhale, take the arms up overhead, press the mat away through that right foot. Turn the palms out, squeeze the elbows apart like we did at the beginning. Bend your right knee again. Now take your back arm and bring it forward, cross it over the right elbow, turn toward the front of the mat. And now move, drop in toward the front leg, move around to the back leg. Circles, knees are soft. You're using the strength of your hips. You're also massaging the low belly. You're doing rotation, turning to the back, turning toward the front, diving in. The next time you come forward, pause. How low can you go? How much can you press back through that back leg? How much can you catch the outer right shoulder and engage the inner right thigh to the outer right arm as you bow the head in? And then release the right hand down to the mat, reach the left arm forward, try to sit the hips back, and then bend your right knee deeper, shift it forward as you rotate open. Make sure you're long enough in your stance. Take a deep inhale. As you exhale, bring your left hand down to the mat. Lift your left heel, moving around that low belly space. Right palm comes to the mat, or left palm comes to the mat. Right arm reaches forward, thumb up. Float your hips up, float your hips up. Sink back through your left heel. Now rotate open to your right leg, to your right knee. Breathe. Deep inhale. As you exhale, bring that right hand down. Good. Step your right foot back to meet your left. Walk it out. Take an expansive inhale. Pause for a moment. As you exhale, walk the hands to your feet again. Before we do the second side, lower the hips down for Utkatasana. Take the arms forward and up. Lift the torso up. Press the mat away. The knees are bent. Good. Take an expansive inhale here. As you exhale, hinge from the hips. I want you to, everyone pause for a moment. Turn your thumbs down. Turn your thumbs down. Now take your arms back. Lift your hips up. You're flying, right? Now bend the knees. Bring the arms forward and up. Turn the palms in as you take the arms up. Utkatasana. Good. As you exhale, slowly dive in. Turn the thumbs back. Float the hips up. Take the arms out. A little more of a V position. And then one more time. Take the arms forward. Lift up. Good. And then as you exhale, just lower the hips down. Good. Take an expansive inhale, and as you exhale, lower the hips down. Take an expansive inhale, and as you exhale, lower the hips down. Oh no, what's she doing? Take a deep inhale, and as you exhale, lower the hips down. Activate your feet. Inhale, and as you exhale, lower down. Bring the arms down. Turn the palms down. Sway. You're deep in your hips. I heard a deep sigh. Yes, right? Now, for those of you who can, we're really trying to sink our heels down. So if your heels are lifted, float up a little bit. Bring your fingertips down. See if you can lower your heels down now. You may have to separate your feet a little more. You may have to turn your toes out a little more. Honor that, and now see if you can lower down with your heels down. Sway still. Bow the head in and pause for a moment. Receive your effort. Activate your feet still in this deep flexion of the knee. Take one more deep inhale. As you exhale, press the mat away through the legs. Now, shift your weight forward towards your hands. Now soften the elbows, forward fold. Just allow the head to sway. Everybody felt that? It's like, yes, we definitely felt that. So that's that strength, but we're also sensitive and smart about what's present. Remember, this is a yoga practice, not yoga endurance, so we take breaks as needed. And now we're getting ready for our second side. So on your inhale, let's halfway lift, just float the arms up. Press the ground away through the legs. Use the strength of your legs. Your knees are soft, and just shimmy the shoulders a little. Bow the head in. Good. And now lower the hips down, lower the hands down. Walk the hands forward as you sit the hips back for downward facing dog. Now, one mini vinyasa. Inhale, forward plank. Exhale, lower down the way you would like. Find a gentle back bend, but don't lock out the arms. See if you can start from the tops of the feet, lifting the low belly up, and then lift the front of the shoulders up, and now lift the heart and the head up, and pause for a moment. Allow the back line to do the work, not the arms. Bow your chin towards your heart. See if you can float the rib cage back. Expansive inhale. As you exhale, hips to heel, gently sway again and pause. Preparing for our second side. Breathing fully. Spreading out through the fingers, spreading out through the toes. Ride that way forward, all fours. Curl the toes under. Float your hips up and back. Downward facing dog. You're stepping your right foot closer to your left. As you float your left leg up, and this is where you decide. Do you want to just rotate the hip open and not bend the knee? Do you want to bend the knee? You get to decide. Now we are going to try to square off the hips. So you're going to turn the knee down toward the mat. You're going to wrap the left hip around. You're going to see if you can softly lower your right heel toward the ground as you press your chest towards your chin. And then take the gaze toward the hands. Take a deep inhale. As you exhale, now left knee behind left arm. And now it floats up toward the heart space. And now we step it forward. Remember to toe heel the left foot a little to the left. Lift your hands up. Find the strength of your legs, the strength of your hips. You might have to step your right foot forward a little, right? Find your balance. So again, this practice, we're trying to find our effort and our ease. So how can you be easy with yourself in this pace? Breathing fully, right? Good. And then steady yourself center. Remember, you want that right hip point wrapping around. You want your knee dropping down. You want to take both arms up. And now press, really press. Press that hip forward. Good. Take an expansive inhale as you exhale. Reach left arm forward, right arm back. Look at your right foot. Drop the heel in. Now bend from knee to knee. Move. So both knees are bending. This is also a good time for you to really check your back heel. Is the back heel turned toward the front of the mat or toward the back? It should be to the back. So your back heel should be toward the back of your mat. Toes turning more forward. Good, and then steady between the 2 points. Notice how both knees are bent. It's like an awkward sumo squat, right? We've all been in that position. Really works your hip strength. You press your left thigh bone out to the left. You press your right outer knee out to the right. You float your arms up. You turn your palms up. Bend at the elbow. Good. Take a deep inhale. And as you exhale, your back arm comes around to the front. It crosses. Maybe the hands come together. Maybe back a hand. Maybe you have to give yourself a hug. Now you drop in and you do that movement around and down. Breathe. Moving around the low belly space. Working the rotation of the spine. Working the strength of your hips. Both knees are soft. And now you're dropping in toward your front leg. You're engaging the inner left thigh to the outer left arm. Now you're really sharpening the edge of the back foot. Bring your left hand down. Reach your right arm forward. Now see if you can shift the hips back. So notice if you swung your hips way out to the left, can you reach them back as you rotate open? Maybe you look down toward the ground. Maybe you look out in front of you. Maybe you look up as you bend your left knee a little deeper. Take a deep inhale. As you exhale, bring your right hand down. Lift your right heel up, not your back heel. Lift your left arm forward and even float the hips up a little. So press up. Then sink back through your right heel. Reach forward through your inner left thigh and now rotate open towards your left knee. Don't drop your right hip. Notice if you're sinking it. Try to keep your hips level. Good. Deep inhale. As you exhale, you bring the left hand down. Step your left foot back. Walk it out. Good. Inhale. Come up on the toes. Down to the knees. Exhale back. Extended child's pose. Bring the arms down by the side, true Balasana. Press into the shins, bring the torso up for a moment. So you're sitting back on your heels, drop your knees together. This is true flexion of the spine when we bow back in. So knees are together, head comes down, hips are heavy. Your attention is inward. Into the shins, bring yourself up again. Last final stretch for the hips. Without using the hands, if it's comfortable, you allow the arms just to rest. We're going to lift the hips up slightly, drop the hips to the right, float your right arm up, reach your left fingertips out, and now go up and over. Almost feel like you're pressing your right hip toward the right side of the room. Maybe give yourself a pat on the back. Maybe press the back of the head into the floor. And turn to the right. Can you create a long line between your right elbow, right sideways, the right hip? Really root down into the right hip. Maybe even take the side bend a little deeper by activating your left side. Deep inhale. As you exhale, bring the head upright. Release the arm down again without using the hands. So you can shift and lift. Maybe sway for a moment. did great. Don't worry if you need to use the hands, right? So we can lift up a little. We drop our hips to the left now. Good. We take our left arm up. As we take the left arm up, we root the left hip down. We float the right fingertips out to the right and we fold. So see if you can create a side bend first. Give yourself that pat on the back and then press the back of the head into the forearm. Turn to the left. And now create that line of energy between the left elbow, left sideways, rooting into the left hip, pressing the left hip toward the left, and maybe now engage your right side a little more. You get a nice stretch for your QL, which also affects the deep hip. Sometimes we blame the piriformis, and it's actually your QL, which is in the lower back attached to your hip. So take one more deep inhale. As you exhale, bring your head to neutral. Release the arm down. See if you can shift and lift again to center. Gently sway. Notice the effect that had. Good. And then one last time, you'll drop the hips to one side or the other. You choose. See if you can extend the legs out long in front of you without using your arms, but if you have to, you do. And then walk from foot to foot. Finding neutral. Resetting everything. Keep your knees soft. Spread your toes out. Feel as though you're digging your heels in. Good. Take your arms up over center. Turn the palms forward. Squeeze the elbows apart again. Lift the heart. Stay connected to the sensitivity of the heart. Bow the intelligence of the mind toward the heart. And bring those two into one. Noticing the strength of the legs, the strength of the spine. Take one more expansive inhale here. As you exhale, relax it all. Bring the arms forward, bow the chin in. Maybe find your toes. Maybe slide your heels forward. As you lower the head down, as you drop the elbows out. Maybe you want to sway from side to side here at the end of the practice. Maybe you just want to bring your arms down. Maybe you want to turn from the back of the head, looking side to side again like we did at the beginning. And then as it feels right, find stillness. Be aware of how that feels. One more expansive inhale into the back part. As you exhale, press into the legs, bring yourself back up. Find a comfortable seat. It may be half lotus, Indian style, Sukhasana. Allow the head to be the tail. Notice now what's happening in your hips. Notice if you put the same leg in front every time you come to a seated position, and just go ahead and challenge yourself. And put that other one, right? It doesn't always like to take the back seat. And then turn the palms up, a sign of receiving the moment again. Lift the heart space. Bow the head in. Take an expansive inhale, floating the hands up. With a grounded exhale, slowly bring the hands to your own heart center, Anjali Mudra. Staying connected to your intelligence, your sensitive heart, your strength. And bowing our heads deeper in gratitude. I appreciate you being here. Thanks for your hard work, and namaste.